In my stopwatch program, the P button can be used to play the stopwatch. It can also be used to pause the stopwatch, and then resume it once more. The S button can be used to take splits, so 9-second split, 11-second split, pause again, and once paused, you can use the S button to view your different splits. So there's my 9-second, my 11-second. These splits are currently empty, there's up to 5 of them. And here's the actual seconds. If I navigate to my initial split, when I press P once again, it will resume from the correct time. It was 13 seconds when we paused, so it should be 13 seconds when we resume. Then, at any time, the R button can be used to reset the stopwatch. My stopwatch makes use of a loop somewhere down here. There it is, the main function loop. This loop enables keyboard input. The reason it's enabled in this loop is just in case it gets disabled somewhere along the way. It should always be enabled during the main loop. And then runs through a bunch of functions to determine, okay, is the program paused, which is determined by the R0 register and a whole bunch of different things. Runs a few functions to draw the actual display. And once it's finished drawing the entire display, it will, branch back to main. So it will complete the loop. Also within my function, I have made use of popping and pushing to the stack. So in my P function, for example, when I detect a key input, I push everything onto the stack so that if during the usage of any key inputs I need to use any of those registers, I can use those registers. I use up to 5 registers within some of my other functions. That's why I push up to register 5 onto the stack. And of course I push LR so that when I return from this function, I can use all my other return functions properly. I haven't lost my LR position to return to for my other functions that I may have been inside of when I used the key input. And then I will branch down to the P section if it detects a P input. And in this section, I actually need to modify the values of those registers. So I'll pop them all off. And the only one I actually need to modify is, well, I need to use register 3 and store it somewhere in memory. But I also need to modify R1. This is the unpause system. So it's updating register 1, which records the time that I unpause the clock from, which I then use calculations to determine how many times have passed since then. And then once I'm done modifying all those values, all those registers, I push them back onto the stack and return from this function.